That's an alternate fact if you're wondering.
This is my life. Hey everyone. Okay, so today I am doing a new LeighAnnSays video. I used to do these like every single month. I don't know what happened, but I'm bringing them back. You guys gave me a ton of questions on Instagram and Facebook. Immediately after I posted the Instagram, I noticed a trend. Like out of the first 20 questions, at least 10 of them were about Grant. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like...
What were you like?
A little salty.
You want to introduce me?
No.
You don't?
I don't think you need any introduction. And so since we were planning on hanging out today, I decided, why not have him help me?
You decided. You decided. She decided. It was actually my idea. I sent it to the approval committee and it got approved.
Okay.
That's an alternate fact if you're wondering.
I was going through the questions and like reading them out loud, and some of them are funny and some of them are like, well, like half of them are about him. And he thought that was funny, and we decided together as a team that it would be fun if he picked the questions and asked me the questions and I didn't get to pick. So that's how we're doing it. Hopefully you're down for that. I'm ready.
Okay. MaryKate_Swift3 asks, how did you and Bunny meet? That's something actually I've always wondered too.
Really?
Yeah.
We met because of YouTube. Actually, I was getting curious about spray tans, and I was searching YouTube for videos about like how to do it correctly. I was kind of like scared of actually getting a spray tan, and I found a video on her channel about spray tans, and I realized she was from Houston, and I watched more of her videos, and I was like, hey, we should hang out. And then we did, and then we just kept doing that. Next. Kind of takes the pressure off. I kind of like it. I always have a hard time picking the questions.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, all these are excellent. Danielle92204 asks, can you do a video on how to style this cut?
Yes, I have been planning on doing like a bangs blowout kind of video because it's actually really easy, but I have kind of like played with a few different techniques and I feel like I found the one that works for me. So keep an eye out for that. I am doing it.
Here's a question from 1BBAP. Would you ever consider doing a meet and greet in Houston, Leanne?
Yes. Not only am I considering it, it's probably gonna happen in the next few months. I don't wanna say for sure because it's not for sure, but it's gonna happen and I'm really excited. I wanna do more meetups like everywhere. Like that's the main, like anytime I'm going to like an event or something, pretty much all I care about is getting to do a meet and greet. So I wanna do more. I just have to figure out a way.
Mandy from Facebook asked one that I'm interested in. What is your favorite cut of diamond?
I don't have one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a normal? I think that is a normal thing for girls to know, but I don't really know.
Well,
I don't even know what they look like.
in case you were wondering, hint, hint, mine's a princess cut.
Oh my God.
Just in case you needed that information for anything. Leanne.
Constant pressure.
Well, you need to make it happen. My time is precious. This just in, we have a real hard hitter from T.P. Pfeiffer. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes. Honestly, I used to feel like it didn't. I thought it was rubbish, but in the last couple of years, I've embraced it and it's very good. Rubbish. Because I'm a little bit weird about like sweet and salty mixing, so I've grown.
That's weird because you're both.
I've grown.
You're the ultimate sweet and salty mix. The salted caramel of my life.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm proud of that.
Several people asked, what is your day job, Leanne?
My day job, I've kind of talked about this in the past and I've kind of tried to be like, oh, private life, whatever, but I work in marketing. It's like internet things, so it kind of works perfectly because I like do YouTube and then I do like other internet things. So basically I sit on the computer all day, every day. Sloth life.
Reagan asks, how is your love life? Does that mean how's our bedroom?
No, it's going well.
I've got a good one. This is a very original one. It is from Vasiliki_Sock. What would you choose? Free pizza or free makeup for life?
Free pizza. 100%. Because like, you can live on pizza. Like, you can. I don't even have to explain that answer.
I guess the question is, would you give up makeup for pizza?
Oh, that's a different story. I would give up pizza for makeup.
So you would never eat another slice of pizza again. Amelia asks, what video of yours are you most proud of? And the second part of that question is, what video made you decide that YouTube was for you and you wanted to keep making content?
Whenever I started YouTube, I was like, all right, this looks fun, this looks cool, I enjoy watching the videos. And I basically was just like, hey, I'm gonna try this and I'm gonna do it for as long as I like it. And that's kind of been my idea this whole entire time. So I don't think there was like one video that I made that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so good at this. I don't think that's happened at all, ever. I'm still waiting for that video. But I think my favorite video that I've ever done, honestly, was my Costa Rica vlogs.
Yeah.
I even said that on Instagram. I was like, I think this vlog is my favorite video I've ever made. It was 2 videos, but.
Was that your first 2-part vlog?
No, I've done like a million 2-part vlogs.
Sad.
That might be an unexpected answer, but it was just really fun to edit. I was genuinely proud of how that video turned out. Like at work, I was like, no, I just made this vlog. You've got to watch it. It's amazing. Which is like, I would never say that about my own videos. They are horrible. Don't watch them. That's what I normally say.
Oh, here's one I've been wondering about. Oats Lover BBG asks, would you ever go brunette, like a deep, glossy brown?
Yes, absolutely. I've been like on the edge of doing that for at least a year because, well, obviously I was like, I need a change. I've had a ton of different hair colors and I've always been really into like switching up my hair. And then suddenly I fell into a rut of just having long blonde hair. I don't know, I just really like how it kind of like brightens up my face. And the damage that I've done to my hair to get to this color, you don't want to just like throw that away by like going brown, because honestly, I probably couldn't go right back to blonde if I didn't like it. So it's kind of a big decision, but I do want to do it. It will happen. Darker is in the future. I just don't know when. Would you like that?
Yeah, I think you look really pretty with your brunette, like natural hair. I don't know, I've always said that she should do like an experiment where she just grows it out and doesn't dye it, and just to see, because who does that? No one does that. And so
no one does that because it's not a good look.
I think that for a week or two maybe it wouldn't look good, but I think that once you got some length on it, it could look cool. If you acknowledge it and it's not just like,
I look crappy for no reason.
I'm a cat lady now and I'm giving up.
Okay.
Giving up with LeighAnn.
LeighAnn gives up. Subscribe.
Hit that thumbs down.
Oh, next. Just a few more, okay?
Now it's time for our rant. Megish89 asks, what are your Apple versus Android thoughts since you've had both? LeighAnn, keep your response to less than 1 hour, please.
Honestly, I have debated about like doing a full video about how miserable I am now that I got an iPhone. I wanted to talk about it in a vlog, but it was like a lot was going on that weekend. It was when I had my lupus flare, and so like I was talking all about that, and I wanted to talk about how I got an iPhone and I finally switched from Samsung to iPhone, because I've always, in case you didn't know, I've always had like Samsung and Android, and I've always been against having an iPhone. The way things worked out, I broke my phone and I had to get a new phone, and I got the 7 Plus, and honestly, I have a list in my phone about all of the things that an iPhone can't do that I miss.
How long is that?
It's pretty long.
But
honestly,
the iPhone ran out of space.
Right? I feel like everyone would hate me if I did that video, or everyone would hate no one would appreciate that video basically, because I feel like everyone in the world has an iPhone. Another thing that honestly, I could go on.
I just had a really good idea though. I think we should do another video like this. Like, I'm not an Apple fanboy, but I like giving LeighAnn a hard time about how much she hates this actually amazing piece of technology because of a few minor details. Not minor, oh my gosh. Anyways, there's a lot of cool stuff that Android does that there's really no reason why Apple doesn't have.
I could go on and on. I'm trying not to.
She could.
I know it's not relatable.
It's not.
I know, because everybody else thinks.
I mean, there was one question that came up several times.
I feel like you did not choose very hard-hitting questions.
And I picked the hardest hitting ones that you got.
It was pretty soft questioning. You guys love me.
Next time, hit her with some hard stuff. Okay, are you ready for the big one? The one that everybody wants to know. Drum roll. Everybody asked, how did you and Grant meet? Or how did you and I meet?
We met on a dating app. You know the one, Farmers Only.
We met on a dating app. We talked for a couple weeks.
They didn't ask our love story.
You want to expand on it a little bit more. Don't be, we met on an app. Next. This is the question everybody wants to know. I mean, it's fine. We don't have to do too. We talked for a couple weeks.
Yeah, we talked.
Every day would
texted.
Be like, when we go and meet. And,
what? Stop lying. If you want to tell the story, you can't lie. We texted for like 3 weeks before we met because that's the way I am. Oh, and we didn't even text. We just talked in the app for 3 weeks, didn't we?
Right, yeah.
What a nightmare.
I don't know, but I remember I was trying to figure out where we should meet, and I remember being at work, being like, oh, I really want to impress this girl. So I was like going through like Eater and like going through all these places and trying to find somewhere like really cool and like that had just opened so that we could go like a new place. We could go.
Do you want to tell more story?
The story of us. I think the lesson is that I mean, I guess dating online. It's not even, you don't really call it dating online anymore. It's
online
like
dating.
Apps, online dating. Regardless of which app you use, you can still find a meaningful, lasting relationship.
Oh, that's true. I guess, okay, Tinder gets a bad rap because I think like in the media, I don't know. But they're like Tinder, oh, that's just like for hookups and garbage. It also depends like how old you are and what city you're in, or like what kind of situation you're gonna find, or like what kind of like dates you're gonna go on. Also, who you swipe. So like obviously if you're not looking for that, you're not gonna get it. And like if you're talking to someone for a couple of weeks, you're gonna know like what they're looking for. Like I don't think Grant would have just like chatted me up for 3 weeks if he was just looking up.
I think that everybody's out there and they're lonely.
I was just looking for my Instagram boyfriend.
I think somebody else asked if I knew about your YouTube channel before we started dating, and I remember that.
I don't remember.
We had been talking for, I don't know, a little while. This was before we met, and you wanted to see my Instagram. And so I sent you mine, and I was like, oh, hey, can I check out yours? And you were
well, because he was private, right? I was like, oh, it's private, like make it public. But he was like, well, just follow me. And I didn't want to follow him because then he would see my Instagram, and I like didn't want him to meet me by looking at my channel before actually meeting me in person. I think that kind of hijacks my first impression. So I didn't want that to happen, but I don't remember if you actually looked at it.
Yeah, I did. I clicked on it, and I was like, I did a double take when I saw how many Instagram followers you had. Like, I didn't know if you were like just someone who did Instagram, and then I went to YouTube, and I think I watched one video where you and like Bunny were trying like weird sodas or something. And then
great first impression.
No, it was because I was like, oh, this girl, you seem like you're very witty and like charming, well, over text, and so it just seemed like that was true. But I didn't go through your whole history and like stuff.
I feel like if I had been in that situation and I had like started talking to somebody that ended up being like a YouTuber, I wouldn't be able to help myself but to like watch their videos and stuff. But I don't know. I can see you doing that. I can see you just being like, just like watch one part of one video and just be like, okay.
Because I had the real thing. I was talking to you directly.
The real thing.
I did.
You didn't have the real thing because I hadn't met you yet.
But we talked a lot. We chatted a lot.
We talked like all day, every day.
Yeah, which we still do.
Yes, we still talk all day, every day. It's a lot.
Yeah. Don't help her. Hit that thumbs down button if you want to help LeighAnn.
So, okay, here, I'm going to ask a question, which I feel like people are going to ask now. Why are you off camera if you're going to ask me the questions?
I mean, there's two parts. One, I thought that was
a voice of God thing?
The voice of God. Oh, when you see the interview and there's like a shot where they're like sitting and facing each other, and then you like see like it's just panned in on the one person. That's a little more personal. But I think
like
that
2020.
I don't know. I just didn't really plan on being on camera today. My weave's looking real busted.
A lot of people will comment and say like, oh, on my vlog channel especially, like, I'm so glad Grant is like more comfortable like being in your videos and stuff like that. And I feel like you guys have the wrong impression, because it's not him that was uncomfortable being in videos, it was me. Because I'm like very cautious about like putting my relationships like out there in videos and stuff, and like I'm just very cautious of boundaries, which I have talked about in the past. And so it's more so me.
That was a lot. It's like therapy.
This is like therapy.
Is it?
Okay, I think that wraps it up. This kind of went off the rails. I'm sorry.
It was fun.
Thank you for helping me.
It was a pleasure.
I think to end the video, we should ask them a question.
Now it's your turn.
What are your guys' like hopes and dreams?
I don't know. What?
That's a quote from Never Been Kissed.
I've never seen that movie. If you like this video, leave a little love below. Hit one of those thumbs up or thumbs down buttons. They do the same thing, it doesn't matter. If you're not subscribed, why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Why?
It's weird, you know, don't be weird.
You're making it weird.
You're making it weird.
Thank you for dealing with this. I feel like it was a mess, but I appreciate you. And if you're subscribed already, thank you for subscribing. Click the bell for notifications if you want to. I would appreciate it. And thumbs up for Grant being a nice guy.
Thank you, Leighann.
He's a good guy. I'm happy.
You're happy.
I feel like
Tell us more.
they've definitely, I feel like I get like a million comments all the time. They're like, you look so happy. And they totally give you all the credit. But it's, I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
honestly,
I'm a paid actor. And
honestly, he's from Central Casting.
Okay. She said, send another beard down here.
The last one sucked.
Next. Somebody believable this time.
Right? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. It won't be like this. Bye.
What do you mean it won't be like this? Of course it's gonna be like. It's gonna be like this every time.
It will never be like this again. Not allowed to post this.
No. Well, you can't post it on YouTube. You're going back to your cage. If this video gets 1,000 thumbs downs, Luna gets a sister. A human sister.
He just likes to watch the world burn. It'd be like all bubbly. It would look like spit rolling down my face.
Little spit. Hit that upvote button if you want to see our relationship continue.